The first test, June 3rd to 7th from Windsor Park in Dominica. Coverage begins 10 a.m. daily. That's West Indies versus Australia. First test, June 3rd to 7th, live on TV8.
Hi, good evening. I'm Shane Jones with the CBC Sports World. Sepp Blatter is stepping down from being the world's most powerful sports official. This as the massive federal investigation into corruption in world football inched closer to the FIFA president. His second in command, Jerome Valcke, the FIFA Secretary General, has been identified in news reports as responsible for a $10 million wire transfer that vanished in New York and Trinidad and Tobago.
He was re-elected to a fifth term in the middle of a sweeping corruption scandal last Friday. But today, FIFA boss Sepp Blatter says it's time to go. After 40 years with the organization, the shock announcement came after FIFA denied Blatter's top deputy authorized $10 million in bank transfers linked to the bribery probe. So how did Blatter go from being on top to bowing out?
It was the bombshell resignation many thought would never come.
I'm going to put my presidency forward to a special elective Congress, the date of which a new president should be chosen for the presidency to succeed me.
Just days after Sepp Blatter was re-elected as FIFA president, and less than a week since criminal investigations on both sides of the Atlantic targeted officials at the highest level of the sport. Early in the morning last Wednesday, Swiss police swooped in on this luxury Zurich hotel and arrested 7 FIFA officials. Later that day in Miami, Florida, U.S. federal investigators entered the offices of CONCACAF, the federation that runs the sport in Central and North America and the Caribbean.
This really is the World Cup of fraud, and today we're issuing FIFA a red card.
Among the accusations of fraud, money laundering, and racketeering, a claim that bribes had helped secure the first ever World Cup held in Africa. The accusations left football's world governing body in shock and were even more remarkable in their timing, just 2 days ahead of its presidential election. On Friday, the election went ahead, with Sepp Blatter looking to take a 5th term at the helm. His only opponent was Prince Ali of Jordan. To many people's surprise, the vote went to a second round. But then Prince Ali withdrew, ultimately leaving Blatter victorious.
I thank you for the trust and confidence. Trust and confidence, together we go. Let's go FIFA, let's go FIFA. Thank you.
Blatter celebrated among adoring delegates from across the world. But fast forward 4 days, with more accusations swirling, the fist-pumping had stopped. And something changed Blatter's mind. Alongside his resignation, strong words about FIFA's future.
FIFA needs a deep restructuring.
As this chapter closes, the extraordinary news conference ended with this simple message to the football world.
Have a nice day.
It's expected to be the typical David versus Goliath matchup when 8th-ranked West Indies take on the second-best test team in the world in the first test against Australia in Roseau tomorrow.
There is a lot of talk going around about the team selection ahead of tomorrow's test. Will the Windies go with 2 spinners? Will Chandrika or Dorich play? However, coach Phil Simmons is remaining tight-lipped.
That too will decide after today's practice. So right now, they're all 14 are involved. After today's practice, we're going to sit down and have a chat about where we want to go with the captain.
Speaking about the captain, Dennis Ramden says the Windies players are mentally ready.
I think we're in a good frame of mind. Coming up the last test match with a win against England. A good week in Barbados, preparation, and the last 3 days here was fantastic. We did some good things, and hopefully we can carry that into the game.
The Aussies will be difficult, though.
Yeah, they're a tough team, but like I said, we have some youngsters who have done well in the regional tournament. They have the talent, just some experience at this level now, so they're going to get the opportunity. The opposition, as I said before, they're going to come hard at us, so I think they're going to put up their hand and be counted for. The series against England was good, a good experience for some of the guys, and that's a stepping stone going forward.
Australian opener Chris Rogers has been ruled out with a concussion after being hit during a net session, and the Windies coach sees it as an opportunity.
He's a very important part of Australia batting lineup, and he's been sort of like the glue there with the others coming around and playing a lot of shots and things. He's been like the glue there, so that could be a big miss for them.
So the whole Chanderpaul being dropped issue, will it affect the performance of the team?
I don't think the team has been distracted. I think we came yesterday, we looked like we want to practice, and we started practicing properly. I think today is going to show the same thing, and tomorrow I think it's about the team, and we got to just make sure that we are ready as a team for the test match on Wednesday.
It was a batting collapse of epic proportion as England